you so, yeah. Some you so, yeah. Some below. Sometimes I feel like I've had enough. Some you so, yeah. Some you so, yeah. Some below. Sometimes I feel like I've had enough.
Hello, this is Tyson Fury, the heavyweight champion of the world. I just wanted to give you a little message and say that bare knuckle boxing is going off the hook in America. It's blowing up all over the United States. And there's only one legitimate champion, and that's Bobby Gunn. The rest of them are all Mickey Mouse pretenders.
I think I'm with two legends. How about it, Bobby?
Thank you.
Original Gypsy King, baby.
For my people, my heritage, I come from, my race of people, which known as Gypsy or travelers, you want to call them. We were born and bred fighting men. 73-0 in bare knuckle fighting.
He's been doing this since he was a baby, really. He is a legend in bare knuckle boxing.
I said it before, the Bobby Gunn story make the Mickey Ward movie look like a Disneyland cartoon.
The Ballad of Bobby Gunn.
See my nose right there? Like this, the cartilage is right gone. I'll explain to you why bare knuckle boxing is chess player and boxing is checkers. When I'm doing bare knuckle boxing, I have to hit you the right areas. If I don't, I'm gonna hurt my hand. If I hit you on the forehead up here, I could break my knuckles right through your forehead. So bare knuckle boxing, I have a 3-inch gap from your eyebrow down to right here.
You got a target area right here. I want this.
You got a 3-inch gap right here. If I go any lower, I can split my hand in your teeth. I got to aim right here, the jaw and here. I got the body shots, more body shots. Body, right in here, the ribs, kidneys, liver. Where you want to punch, right there or here. The body, the chest, arms, and here. Break a fighter down, bang, bang, bang. Break him down. And that's why bare knuckle fights are a little bit slower pace, because you're picking your shots more. But if I put a hand wrap on and a glove, well, I'm punching hard as I can, and your head keeps getting rapidly smashed hard shots. The brain is going to go back and forth. That causes brain damage in boxing. That's why fighters get pugilistic syndrome, punch drunk. In boxing, I think I could be wrong, I think there's like 16 to 20 fighters every year die. So boxing is a more dangerous sport. Here's a regular boxing textbook punch. Jab, right hand. Okay, that's a regular boxing punch. Here's the bare knuckle shot that I use all the time. I'm jabbing. Now, I want you to come in here and zoom in. You see that impact right there.
You see the knuckles, the whole deal.
I sing of Bobby Gunn. He is our Celtic son.
There is not one state in this country or one place in this world where you are allowed to legitimately bare knuckle box. So we appreciate the support and keep following us, and we're going to keep pushing forward to make this sport a sanctioned sport. Thanks everybody.
I'm going to make it my heart desire to make this a mainstream sport. Yes, it's this, it's that, but the truth is, boys, it's here. And it's getting out there, and it's not going to stop. I want them to have a legitimate sanctioned sport where they can make a good living and support their family. Boys, I'm going to make this, I'm not going to be like the outlaws. I'm the pioneer of this.
It's not legal. Fights like these are held at invitation-only secret locations. Our cameras captured the bloody sport in its rawest form. From the cat and mouse games with police to the knockout punches, including the one you're about to see. It took place on a Saturday night last March somewhere in the Northeast in a city we agreed not to reveal.
Have I ever looked into how much trouble I can get in for doing this? No, because then maybe I wouldn't do it.
His uncle was Anthony Toney Pro Provenzano, the late legendary capo in New York's Genovese crime family.
I'll be right back.
Danny Provenzano has his own ties to the mob. Over the years, he's built a 1,000-person email list, many from old mob contacts.
I'm gonna take a ride, take a look at the facility.
On this day, Provenzano worked his phone, checking in with his fighters.
Hey, what's up, Bobby?
Waiting until the last possible minute to send out a text alerting fans to the location of the fight to avoid detection by the cops.
We got to fight. This place is pretty clean, you know?
Nice.
You don't really have too many ways in or too many ways out of the building, so we can kind of control the
crowds.
Yeah, control the crowds.
Sometimes it's in a warehouse, sometimes it's in the basement of a retail store, sometimes it's in, the back of a parking lot somewhere.
I fought in warehouses, next to grocery stores, where people was maybe with their little daughter going down aisle number 9, oblivious to a bloodbath next door.
Overall, the cast of characters seems straight out of The Sopranos.
And he's got it on his back too, Johnny Knuckles.
Johnny Knuckles is a former mafia hitman.
Where'd you get those knuckles, Johnny?
From Napoleon.
The ringside medic for the night, known in boxing as a cut man, was a dapper little guy named Joey I.
So how much work do you think you'll have tonight?
Well, in my end, I hope a lot.
For years, Joey I has been a familiar face in the corner of major boxing. The price of admission was steep, $100 a head. The fighters wore street clothes to better blend in with the fans, precaution in case of a raid.
The reason why I wear jeans and white beater for me, if I'm fighting, and God forbid, let's say a raid did come in, well, I just put a coat on, and I'm everybody else in that room.
The fighter everyone had come to see, the undefeated, undisputed king of bare knuckle boxing, Bobby Gunn.
And never lost. No, I never lost a bare knuckle fight.
You could almost smell the money in the air. Big bets, small bets. Not that anybody would admit it.
How much money was on the line? Well, wasn't I can't remember. Honestly, I got a lot of
Yeah, I bet
punches.
you did.
But it was okay, thank
But
God.
it was more than $5, let's put it that way.
I can listen, I could go to Subway, I'll put it that way,
Yeah.
there's meatball Subway.
Yeah.
Pays can really go anywhere from $500 up to $50,000 for one fight.
You'd be a fool to think that these guys are showing up for nothing. You'd be a fool to think I was showing up for nothing. But I would have to respect the fighter who's not going to go on national television and say I received $10,000 cash for a fight. Because right from Jump Street, they owe the government $4,000. Who's going to do that?
Winner, Bobby Gunn. Thank you, God bless. Gunn. Any man that walks through that door, comes in here, lays his heart out, and come here, and step up toe the line, that's a man's man. And I take my hat off to all the fellas in here, and all the girls. Yeah. I love yous all. God bless yous, everyone. I'm payroll for them to have a future, a legitimate sport, where they get ranked and get paid properly, and it's a legitimate thing. That's the whole goal of what I'm doing. Bare knuckle boxing, it'll be the third powerhouse combat sport next to boxing and UFC.
I see bare knuckle boxing in the next 5 years being a major third powerhouse sport.
We're in a position to really try to evolve this thing. We're looking to take the underground version of bare knuckle boxing, modify it a little bit, and take it mainstream, legalizing it, getting it sanctioned, and getting it into a couple different states. And we really feel that we're going to just take over the combat sport industry.
It's the oldest form of combat sports. It was original before boxing and MMA was. I mean, I resurrected it to the world media. You know, that's why I'm kind of like post boy for bare knuckle boxing. I put it to the mainstream.
There's no doubt in my mind that this will be a career sport. That's why I'm trying to get it legalized, to get it sanctioned, and get it regulated.
What would you rather watch right now on TV? Bare knuckle boxing or glove boxing? There's the answer.
Bobby, the one thing that bare knuckle has going for it, it's got you. And you are a great personality, you're a great fighter, and you are the guy that if I think this is going to happen, it needs someone that has passion for it. And you have passion for it, and that's impressive. And you know what? Just keep doing what you're doing.
I'm more known for bare knuckle boxing than all the things I won and fought all the champions of boxing. Nobody even talks about it anymore. It's like it didn't exist, boys. You know what I mean? It's just bare knuckle boxing.
And then, plus I'm a former cruiserweight world champion in boxing. I had 31 pro fights. I fought 9 championship fights, 5 world title fights. I fought the best fighters in the world. My first title shot was with Shelby Gross. You know, it was
12 rounds for the vacant IBA Cruiserweight Championship of the world.
Unlike anything I ever witnessed in my life. To be honest with you, it was like the Twilight Zone. You know, it involved two first-round knockouts. The first round, I mean, takedowns, body slams. The referee lied about his credentials. Didn't even have a proper identification to be a referee. The corner buckle mysteriously come undone, and the WBC uses that fight on how not to officiate pro fights. To be honest with you, if you never seen a fight, I recommend you watch Gunn and Gross. It was quite an entertaining fight. We tried to negotiate the Gunn Gross too, but we couldn't work out with his camp. And we fought Shannon Lambert, a very tough gatekeeper, veteran fighter, who fought Tommy Hitman Hearns, Marge Larson, Marcus Beyer. He fought 3 world champions. And but going in that fight, a week before that fight, I broke my tip of my thumb. And that I was still coming off that Shelby Gross fight. My mind was, you know, not 100%. I was all the chaos and all that, but I won in that fight, and I thank God I come out victorious. I won the world title. He was a good fighter, and I stopped him in the 7th round, winning one of the world cruiserweight titles. Something I'll never forget in my life. My wee boy was there with me that night. I remember sleeping in bed with my boy and my title belt. My wee boy was only about 8 or 9 years old, sitting next to me. And we put the title belt right between us. We were pretty happy guys that night. God, thank you, Jesus. What a night, I'll never forget. There's the cut man, Mike Hopper. And there's Mike Post right there. God rest him. Right there. And then I goes to fight the big Enzo Maccarelli. You know, I was the first guy from North America to fight him. Nobody would go fight him, they were scared of him. I have to say, he's the biggest 200-pound man I've ever seen in my life. He was quite the figure. To go and fight him in front of 40,000 people on the great Joe Galzaki undercard, to be a, you know, co-event to that main event was quite a thing to be involved in. And they were all class act. I take my hat off to the people in Wales, Enzo Maccarelli, Enzo Galzaki, Joe's dad. They were very, very nice. The fight got stopped quick. You know, you gotta move on. You can't worry about spilled milk. But I gotta say, he was quite the sight to see. He's probably the biggest cruiserweight I've ever seen in my life.
He's a colourful character, got some real blood-curdling stories about what went on during his bare-knuckle days, which I think probably for the good of all concerned I'll not repeat on air at the moment.
All those men I lost to in boxing, I swear to God, I'm telling you today, not one of them will last 5 minutes with me on the street. But bare-knuckle boxing, to me, I always felt more at home, because I wasn't dealing with all the politics like the judges and the referees. To me, I felt more at home. It's more of a gentleman's sport. This video is for all the fellas that want to make videos and challenge me to fight.
Well, this is not you, Bobby Gunn. This is a challenge I put to you now.
I'm world champion, and I'm world champion for a reason. If any one of you think you can take my belt, come see me.
Bobby, I want to box you as soon as possible.
I'm telling you now, this is me, Big J. Simmy Ginley, and I will promise you, we'll fight.
Oh, you are not the best. Come back and fight me straight away. Next Sunday and Sunday week, come back and fight me.
And they disregard the bare knuckle world heavyweight legitimate title that I won, the first one to do it, and recognized by the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame.
Our original bare knucklers this year included the only living one ever to be inducted, Gunn.
The Ballad of Bobby Gunn.
And they give me this beautiful world title belt, but it ain't just about, it's where it comes from. It's a rich history. To be now in the Hall of Fame with the immortals of the past, man, you made my day. I'm over the moon.
Now this is not really only for just what you do inside the ring, but what you've done for the entire sport. Underground record, 71-0. We don't recognize underground records. We fought that one legal one, and therefore we gave him that bell.
So I know your sanctioned fight was on a tribal reservation in the state of Arizona.
You know, the Navajo Boxing Commission, and that's who sanctioned that bare knuckle fight. When I fought that fight August the 5th, 2011, that was on a small internet pay-per-view. It was called Ustream. You can Google, look up. There's over 1 million pay-per-views.
Are you ready? It's fight time!
July 8th, 1889 was the last bare knuckle boxing match that went 75 rounds, and the winner was John L. Sullivan.
I sing of Bobby Gunn. He is our Celtic son. He'll wait for the count of 10 and raise his hands in a crowd of men. One man stands, one man falls, one man bleeds, one man crawls. The Ballad of Bobby Gunn. He is our Celtic son.
On down goes Stewart.
With traveler heart and fist of stone, he will bring his title home. He'll stand for victory and take his place in history. One man stands, one man falls, one man bleeds, one man crawls. The Ballad of Bobby Gunn. He is our Celtic son.
Let's hear it for Bobby Gunn. Bare knuckle boxing right here makes history at the Fort McDowell Casino.
Dave Filtman, Lenny Hinkle, Ronaldo Contino, I would not be here if it wasn't for them. I want to thank them so much.
Just take it from there. Could you imagine the views the Kimbo fights, Bobby Gunn, bare knuckle super fight will be? And that's what it's going to take is a mainstream fight. The fight that we're working on right now is a fight between me and Kimbo Slice this year.
We're okay. Game it up, bro. Here you go.
We'll link up.
God bless you now, okay?
You got my number.
Yeah, right here.
Everything is going great. I speak to Kevin. He's a gentleman. He's a class act. His manager. Kimbo's got 2 more MMA fights scheduled under contract with Ballad Promotions. God willing, is by them. And that's the fight that I'm saving myself, training myself for, to bring the sport mainstream.
The man dubbed as the king of the wet brawlers, Kimbo Slice has died at the age of 42.
I'm in the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame as the only living world current champion. And today, there's more pressure on me now than there was when I won the world title, because now the world is on my shoulders.
Would you ever go back into professional boxing, or do you think you'll stay with bare knuckle boxing?
Well, I never left there. I'm still there too, but I'm...
What's up, y'all? You hear me? Yeah, like I said, if I was good, I don't know who you never heard of. Good. Oh, 857. What's going on?
You know who I am, okay? You know who I am. Keep talking. Hey, go outside the street there, Dan. Go outside the street. Dan, my dog, I gotta pick him up for you. You want to get picture with me?
Hey, that sells tickets, you know that.
I'm not playing, I want a picture. Just scrap it with me. Get a picture, Dan, please. Yeah, that's it. Somebody just wants to come over. We gotta get a picture. Right now.
can't believe you called me a dirty gypsy bastard. I heard you coming off the
Dirty gypsy.
Man, let me go. Let's go. Take me home. Take me to the airport. I'm gone. Take me to the airport. Take me to the airport. I'm gone. Take me to the airport.
You didn't take 2 college to him calling you a gypsy bastard.
No, I didn't there. You know, it's an awful thing. I didn't miscall him racially. I didn't step out of line, but you know, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't lower myself doing that. We're above all that. You should think so this day and age, you know?
Tell the fans what's going to happen on April 7th.
I'm going to win the fight. I'm going to beat James Toney.
Mr. Toney, please. Come on, you're a professional here.
Hey, everybody, whoa, everybody, please. If I hear any more lip service out of anybody participating, I'm going to start taxing and taking money right now.
Amen.
All minds clear? Hey, I'll say one more lip and I'm taxing your check. Now, this kind of action I've seen in here, I can imagine what's going to happen in the ring tomorrow night. Gentlemen, save it for the ring.
It's a great opportunity tonight. I wish I could have give you more, champion. Second round, I hit his right elbow with my hand. I'm going to get it x-rayed when I get back. I couldn't painful. I couldn't pull the right hand. Have nothing to say. He's the best. You lose, win, or lose big. I lost big, and God bless you. I wish you the best, James. You're a great champion, and you hit hard, and I hit you hard, and you laughed at me. So God bless you, man. Take care.
One right hand shocked the world. But now a legend killer is staring down the barrel of Bobby Gunn.
I say before I'm the Cinderella man.
On December 18th, 2013, it's a battle of former world champions as Glen, the Road Warrior Johnson, meets Bobby, the Celtic Warrior Gunn, for the WBU Cruiserweight World title.
Anything can happen.
He's a good fighter, but he's not good enough to beat me.
It's Warrior versus Warrior.
I felt like it was a one-sided fight.
I was surprised that he threw so little punches and you threw so many.
I felt like I was much more faster than he was. I was able to catch him with cleaner shots.
A little boy, I come up, I was never expecting to do nothing. And God took me where I'm at. And I want to bow to all my friends, my family. Thank you for all the support you give me. Thank you.
God has blessed you.
This boy here will be world champion, the 21, 22-year-old. This is his assassin. I'm being nice to him now because he's getting older. I want my boy, and he's the love of my life. My wee girl, Charlene, is 6 years old. She runs my life. I got no say, you know. And my boy here. My boy's undefeated. Here's my boy. My boy's the love of my life. My boy Bobby's my best friend, and I love him. I think he's gonna be great. He's a better fighter than I ever thought I would be. I love you, sir. I'm sorry I didn't do better, son.
Bobby just started his professional boxing career at the ripe young age of 18. He gets his fighting skills from his dad, Bobby Gunn Jr.
My pride and joy when he was born. I took him everywhere with me.
So while his dad chose to compete in bare-knuckle fights, that's not the direction that Bobby Jr. wanted to take. And I actually did get to go in the ring with him. He showed me some moves. I don't know if I'm on his level yet, but I'm getting there. I've got some pointers. So now what would you do back at me?
Just throw a 1-2 and throw a hook.
He looks young, but when he gets in the ring and starts fighting, he's so mature, and I mean, you don't want to mess with kid.
And what about your daughter? What'd she tell you this morning?
She told me this morning, you better not go home with a black eye. I don't know, do I have any black eyes? I hope not.
Yeah, you always do like this.
My hands are high?
Yeah, you always do that. I mean, they won't punch you.
All I ever had was dreams by myself, you know, and to tell you the truth, I'd read, I collect little ring magazines, and I look at those fighters, and I always dreamed that I was the champion. I used to write little notes to myself that I would be world champion. I used to draw the characters, and that was my whole life, because to be honest with you, all you really got in life is dreams. That's what keeps you going in life. If you take that away from you, it's like a goal. If you don't have no goals set or dreams, you really don't have a life. And I thank God I got to accomplish a lot of my dreams.
And I just want to say for the record, the only fighter in boxing that I would fight, I would come out of retirement for, is one man only, it's Roy Jones Jr. And the world knows in the first fight he pulled out 10 days before the fight. I just want to let everybody know that if you ask me if I'm boxing all the time, that's the only fight in boxing I would do, would be him.
Are you excited this fight's finally coming to fruition, Bobby?
It all comes down to, at the end of the day, Roy Jones Jr. is fighting me. Not fighting anybody else. And that night, 17th February, he's gonna have a fight in his hand. Because I'm coming like a pit bulldog.
But this fight here is more of a legacy for me. It's more than the title that's on the line. Fighting Roy Jones Jr. for me, it's in my heart. It's a heart desire fight. I always wanted. And I do believe in my heart I have a shot at knocking him out.
But it's not often you get an opportunity to promote a fight with one of the greatest fighters to ever lace up a pair of gloves.
To fight an all-time great. Not 10, not top 10, probably top 5 best fighters to ever live. Like Sugar Ray Robinson, Leonard, and Muhammad Usman is ultimate champion of the world. And you think the man who walks in the world knows. And I'm about to fight him. An old gypsy boy from Canada, Bobby Gunn. And to the critics that have something to say, show up the 17th to go home. A whole different point of view. And I tell you what, sure as that sun rises tomorrow, my name is Bobby Gunn. And Roy Jones will never forget me the rest of his life.
stop.
They stopped it. They stopped it. They stopped it.
I hear a lot of boxers, great trainers say, it's 10%, physical and 90% mental. Well, I don't know about all that, but I would tell you this. The mind is so powerful because in your mind you have to block out pain and injuries, and overcome many obstacles by being tormented, and that's what happens in this business a lot. And when I'm shadow boxing, I visualize that I'm fighting my all-time heroes and legends of the past, the great Jack Dempsey's, Harry Grebs, Sugar Ray Robinson, Jake LaMotto's, Roberto Duran, Julio Chavez. That's who I visualize I shadow box. Because if you can box those guys in my mind, my opponents ain't nothing compared to those guys, in my books. And it makes you better. So whenever I shadow box, I visualize I'm fighting the best fighter in the world. And then afterwards, I thank God it was just shadow boxing.
It's a ritual dating back to the 17th century. Saturday, June 2nd, only on pay-per-view. A tradition in combat sports is resurrected. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. The purest form of hand-to-hand combat allowed by law. It's time to knuckle up. Get ready to toe the line. Fighters from around the globe will emerge on the biggest stage in combat sports to see who's the baddest man on the planet. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, the beginning. Saturday, June 2nd, only on pay-per-view.
Well, it was worth it. Everything under the ground was one day to bring it above the ground. And now we are here.
You can't have underground fights an hour long. You can never put that in pay-per-view. So they modified the rules and they made it to be acceptable for the audience in the world to tune in and to adapt to it. We started this out, me and Dave Philbin, originally ourselves. So I'm a part of it. So if I'm behind the camera or if this is my last fight, I don't care. I'm happy that a lot of men and women out there that are great bare knuckle fighters, now they have a platform to come over and compete legally instead of hiding in the shadows and underground. Instead of being underground, now they're above the ground. So I'm happy to be here to help pave that road for them.
Bobby Gunn, widely recognized as the lineal bare knuckle boxing heavyweight champion.
The legend.
In bare knuckle boxing, he is a legend. Again, he said this is a fulfillment of a lifelong dream. Gunn said bare knuckle fighting is in my culture, and I am so proud and honored to bring it to the world.
He's carried that torch for years, man. I've known him very, very well.
The Ballad of Bobby Gunn. He is our Celtic son, born his father's fighting boy, Mother Jackie's pride and joy. I sing of Bobby Gunn. He is our Celtic son.
Very stitched around.
He'll wait for the count of 10 and raise his hands in a crowd of men. One man stands, one man falls.
I want to say something. We made history here tonight. Everybody here will be talked about for hundreds of years, man. This is great what we done.
The Ballad of Bobby Gunn. He is our Celtic son.
John L. Sullivan, Jem Mace, John C. Heenan, James Figg, Tom Cribb, and standing with them, Bobby Gunn.
Classic, gotta write it in an attic. Babe, I'm an addict.